And welcome back, guys, to Pure Adrenaline on Styling Radio. It's 11 o'clock. We're just sitting here bullshitting about old skateboard decks and how the decks have changed over the years and the graphics and stuff. And
yes, indeed.
You know, it's changed a lot. Technology of a skateboard has changed a lot. But I was getting ready to tell you, and I said, no, I'm going to save this for the show. I remember we went to the mall. They had a skateboard shop in the mall. And all the money I had from cutting grass for like the past 2 weeks, I bought this skateboard deck and literally in the mall parking lot broke it.
That's how it happens.
I mean, it was that fucking fast. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And so, yeah, so there was another 2 weeks and I didn't buy that one. I don't remember what it was though, but it broke. We didn't even left the mall yet. We were in the parking lot playing around, and I ended up breaking it. And I was like, "What the fuck?" So, but then again, I did that with freestyle BMX bikes too. You know, the frames were so easy to break on some of them. You know.
Yeah.
But I know I never broke a hutch. I've seen hutches break, but I never broke one. And a Kuwahara, I never broke one. But if it was a fucking GT, Diamondback, fucking Schwinn Predator, I'm restoring one right now, and it's the one that I always wanted and just never got. But Schwinn Predators, I broke those frames a lot. And then when they done away with the platform, I've always been a platform person, you know what I'm saying? You know, when they started doing the freestyle bikes without the platform, I mean, they were lighter, but I mean, kind of took the freestyle out of it to me, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, but I was at, this year, I went to a big comp in St. Louis, a Flatland comp, and now there's people building whatever you want.
Yeah.
You know, you just look at a couple different frames, you talk to this company, you give them, there wasn't, I didn't think for a custom frame at your dimensions, I thought it was going to be way more money. It was way cheaper than I thought, and they'll build you anything you want, you know. But I seen something the other day. I was scrolling through Facebook, and I belong to a lot of these groups, you know, with freestyle BMX bikes and skateboards from back in the day and different stuff, you know, and it pops up in my news feed. There's some son of a bitch who just went out and bought a full, like 2 Haro Masters and a Diamondback and fucking something else, and it was found in an attic of a house they were tearing down.
That's crazy.
And I'm just like, man, there's thousands on top thousands of dollars there. And the guy put it up on Marketplace, and he goes, the first person to bring me $100 can take these. And it went within minutes, and somebody had it posted up that they got them, you know. I was like,
yeah,
damn, you know. So it's definitely cool. So need to know, you skateboarded back in the day. What kind of freestyle bike did you ride? You look like a PK Ripper kind of guy.
No, I didn't have a freestyle bike. I used to borrow my friend's. We had this half pipe we made in this guy's backyard. Anybody in St. Louis will know Sean Brown's ramp.
Mm-hmm.
So we went to it's funny because we borrowed the shop truck from Meineke that I worked at. We stole like 3 loads of plywood.
Yeah, from a construction site. Yeah.
And we made this ramp. It was 8-foot transition, 16-foot wide. It was it had 3 layers of clay. I mean, it was the most solid ramp. It was quiet, and we would skate till like 2 in the morning. But I used to borrow my friend's Redline his RL20.
Okay.
And I used to ride that on the ramp. So it wasn't necessarily a freestyle bike. But I do want to build one. I really
Really?
do. Yeah, I've been looking for a couple years. You know, now that I'm just kind of in my middle age crisis phase, I want an old BMX bike. I have
Well, you have a dope ass bike. I seen it.
I've got a Schwinn Cold Crate.
Yep.
It's decent. I think it's a repop that just sat for a lot of years, but it's got the slick on it. It's got a little tiny front tire.
Yeah, the only thing, didn't you say when I was over there, it's missing the shifter, right?
No, this one never came with a shifter.
It didn't come with a shifter?
No. It's a single speed.
Yeah.
And it's very hard to ride.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, dude, it's so weird to ride that thing.
Yeah, I remember when I was a kid and we were like hardcore freestyle bikes, and some of my friends, their older brothers, had the shifter bikes with the slick and the, you know, they'd make them into choppers with a small wheel, and we were like, that's the dumbest thing I ever seen, blah, blah, blah. But now that we're older, we're like, that is the coolest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You know? And I just think about how many of those bikes got scrapped because it wasn't cool no more.
Right, like that RL20.
Mm-hmm.
It was a chrome frame RL20, so it was a nice fucking bike, and it had the red spoke wheels. Well, they didn't have red spokes, but it had red rims with the spoke wheels. I think they were Shimano wheels, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Really nice. And they wound up throwing it away.
Oh, man.
And it sat in the basement forever, and they just wound up throwing it away. And I called my buddy Brett one day. So, what'd you ever do with that RL20? I want to get it from you. Because my mom threw that away 10 years ago.
Yeah.
That's, well, fuck.
Yeah, I see ads on Marketplace all the time looking for vintage bikes and this, and this. And
wait. Now I remember. I did have a Torker too.
Oh, okay.
With the Skyway mags on it.
No shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting into another, some kind of cool bike with Torker or Skyway mags.
Yeah. Yeah, the Schwinn Predator I'm restoring right now, it's an 88. It's the one that they did the platform, but they also did the crossbar on it, which was super cool. They only did that bike for a year and a half of production. And it was supposed to be more of like the elite team deal.
Yeah.
And it's very interesting. But there's a YouTuber that has got all the stories about all the manufacturers. And after I seen the video, I'm like, he's right, because he did his homework. That the team editions were only supposed to be chrome, but they screwed up and they chromed all these bikes and then they half painted them. Well, if you were smart, you could just take the shit off and you'd have a team edition, you know? So
yeah.
It's just kind of weird, the kooky little shit that they did back then. But restoring this bike, I got lucky, and there was a kid and there were his dad's bikes. And they weren't complete, you know, they were just parts, you know, and they were just selling this shit. It was actually one of the first things I ever bought on Facebook Marketplace. And matter of fact, I was buying a set of rims off the guy, and in the background I saw the frame, and I'm like, whoa, what's the story with the frame? He's like, yeah, well, we're going to take them to the scrapper and blah, blah. I was like, well, let me come over. I want to look at the wheels. Well, I didn't buy the wheels. I ended up buying the bikes. And I'll tell you another bike that he had, because his dad had good taste. I guess he was into racing because he had a Haro Group 1. And it was the double X version, which is the longer version. Because I guess he was a tall guy. Man, super. Yeah. I mean, I wasn't into BMX racing, but I just remember reading the magazines, and everybody that was winning was on that frame, you know.
Right.
Till Gary Ellis fucking went to GT, and fucking everybody had to have a GT then, you know. You know, nobody could beat fucking Gary Ellis. I mean, that motherfucker's fast. So yeah, I mean, but yeah, there's a lot of cool. So do you want a Torker race bike or like a freestyle frame?
I don't know.
You know, Because they made a lot of cool torquers with the double bar, like the red lines and stuff.
Yeah, that's one I had.
Yeah. Yeah, now what's interesting about Torker, Redline made Torker frames. Well, actually, I think it was backwards. Torker made Redline frames. And they were made at a small little shop. Nothing big, major production. So, yeah, if I run across that Torker video, I'll have to send it to you. Because it's 30 minutes of really good shit. And then after that, you'll be like, oh, the story of Haro, the story of this and this. And, you know, some of the smaller companies that he did stories on, which is super cool, you know. So, but on that note, guys, we're gonna go right back into the music. You're listening to Pure Adrenaline, alternative music, and then we're gonna switch it over to Sunny at Night, and I'll be back for the afternoon show tomorrow. So, got anything else you want to say, Taco?
You're done, Jim.
Yep, Jimmy, you're done. So we'll see ya. See ya.
See you later.